Marijuana sales of the drug are exploding. New figures out this week show that legal pot sales grew by almost $1 billion over the last year to $5.4 billion.
What we've seen take place in the last 2 years has been the most rapid transformation of any industry I've ever seen.
What are you seeing in terms of investment flows, and how is that changing the industry?
Yeah, investors are very excited about the industry. There is an increasingly larger investment players getting involved in the space, but it's still relatively smaller players. You're not seeing institutional money, you're not seeing big multinational companies, and what that's making possible for smaller investors and for entrepreneurs is an opportunity to take a crack at a multi-billion-dollar market before there are huge players.
This is such an exciting time for the industry, for entrepreneurs, really for the country. It creates an opportunity like we probably haven't seen before since the early stages of oil and the early manufacturing. It's like being in the Industrial Revolution all over again. But as an entrepreneur, I can't think of anything more exciting.
American Patriot Brands Urban Pharms is one of the leading outdoor and indoor medical and recreational cannabis centers in Oregon.
I'm so excited about this business. I hop out of bed every morning. If I could work 24 hours a day, physically, I would. Every day is an adventure. There has not been any business that I know of in the most recent days that has this type of growth potential, this type of financial potential this quickly.
Urban Pharms provides recreational consumers and medical patients with the highest quality grade cannabis products available. Our state-of-the-art facilities produce over 30 strains of excellent and consistent quality outdoor, indoor, and greenhouse cannabis, as well as top-of-the-line CO2 extracted medicinal cannabis oils, vaporizer pens, edibles, and other fine products. Because of the success of our operation, Urban Pharms is poised for tremendous growth. The demand for our variety of cannabis products continues to skyrocket, and fulfilling this increasing demand is the immediate focus and direction of Urban Pharms.
My responsibility is to make sure that we have the best genetics, to make sure that our plants don't succumb to pest and disease, and to grow the biggest, highest yielding, highest quality, most marketable marijuana that there is. The great thing about our products right now is that the second they see them, they just take them all. They just ask for everything.
We can't produce enough to provide the demand. So we can continue to grow. We can grow 10 times where we are now and still not fulfill the need in the market.
I see more greenhouses in our future. I see our yields just continuing to increase through experimentation and growth. And from what we've done in the last 6 months to this 6 months, going to the next 6 months, we're just continually increasing our yields and our production and our quality of experience that you get from Urban Pharms.
Yeah, I feel like we've built a very good foundation and we worked really hard to get there. So now we're ready for basically more people to be part of our team so we can keep growing.
The timing couldn't be better. Urban Pharms, a subsidiary of the publicly traded company American Patriot Brands, is in prime position for rapid and profitable growth. We believe we have a first-mover advantage in the growing cannabis industry and have the capability and potential to become one of the most successful operations in the country.
Very exciting for me as a blue-collar entrepreneur. I love seeing these type of opportunities. I've never seen one like this before. The merging of a public entity with a large, successful, growing commercial farming operation. I believe it's the first in the country today, and it's not going to be the last, but it's really, really great to be a first mover.
As a fully integrated vertical cannabis company, Urban Pharms also offers premium vaporizer pens and oils.
So I'm super excited about the oils. The oils are amazing. They exceeded our expectations. We knew what oil we were looking for, and we hit a home run. It's a great problem to have that you can't keep up with demand.
When you look at the whole thing, 10 years out, the legal cannabis industry, hemp, and all of them combined could be $200 billion a year. It's massive, and it's going to be expanding at a rate that is unprecedented, nearly doubling every year for very likely the next 6 or 7 years as it becomes a regulated market.
Isn't it high time America recognizes and embraces the legal cannabis industry?
23 states plus Washington, D.C. now permit medical or recreational use. Harry Smith has more for us tonight.
The appetite for marijuana is hearty. 4 years from now, sales are expected to exceed $20 billion.
We're looking at a 30% compound annual growth rate.
We raised sales to last year, we did over $3 million in sales.
Out of this little place right here.
Out of this little place, yeah.
So quarter that.
And legalization has brought a windfall in tax revenue. Colorado's 2015 total, more than $100 million.
This industry is starting at $100 billion. It's just that only $8 billion is legal. But when you can supply legal product that's higher quality and equal or lower price to an illegal product, people will buy legal. That's why it's growing so fast.
According to a new report obtained by the Huffington Post, medical and recreational marijuana is the fastest growing industry in the United States. If the trend and legalization spreads into all 50 states, marijuana could be larger than the entire organic food industry.
If one were to plant a field, build a greenhouse, get into the different areas of direct production, one can return on their entire investment literally within 6 months to a year, and oftentimes maybe even quicker than 6 months. So it's got so much growth. The margin, the profit, the return on investment doesn't resemble anything else in American business today.
These are exciting times and a true gold rush for those that see the future. Join the Urban Farms Cannabis Revolution.